Welcome to the Geek Pub. So about a year ago, I started searching for a new home for the Geek Pub. I really wanted something where I could get all of my tools and equipment out of the garage and with enough room to spread out a little. I'd hoped I could find something with an air-conditioned area that would also allow me to have a dedicated studio space and a space to get all my servers and network lab out of our spare bedroom. Now, for those who don't know, the Texas real estate market has exploded in recent years. Finding any kind of property is difficult. Houses and small commercial properties generally sell within just a day or two of listing, and often for far more than asking price. This is one of the reasons that David resorted to building his new studio in his backyard. I'd identified a general area where I wanted a building, somewhere that wouldn't be too far from home, and somewhere not too far for David since we'll be doing a lot of shared projects at this location. So I gave this map to my commercial realtor and we started the search. For months, properties would randomly come available. Sometimes they'd sell before I could even go see it. Sometimes they'd turn out to have huge problems I didn't feel comfortable tackling, such as foundation problems or asbestos in the walls. Most of the time, the price was so high I simply couldn't consider it. Eventually, a property came up in almost a perfect location at a reasonable price. 2,600 square feet split between warehouse space and office space, and it appeared to be in fantastic condition. We went and looked at it the same day and made an offer that evening. After a few days of back and forth, they accepted my offer. The space in this building is divided up into several rooms and a large warehouse area. This first area is a fantastic meetup space and may also become a future space for a retro computer museum and some arcade systems. This middle room is perfect for a studio space, probably enough room for a couple of sets and even a video editing desk. This room is a perfect room to set up an electronics area with a soldering station and oscilloscopes, maybe even an area for the vinyl cutter and my 3D printer. Also, just some good storage space for spare parts and various tools. This smaller back room is of course the ideal server and network storage closet. These two rooms are the kitchen and the bathroom, and then this room is currently a reception area. And of course, the warehouse space will become the workshop where I will set up all my tools and equipment. So fast forward about a month later, and I got the keys.
Okay, so we just got the keys, and this is not the first time for us to come into the building because we've been in here before when there were still tenants, but we're gonna get our first chance to walk around and see what it looks like, you know, what we're gonna have to fix up. So
Well, let's go. Well, it looks like they left a few things.
Yeah, I don't know that we specifically need a reception desk, but this might go. What do you think?
I think that's gonna
I think it's gonna go.
So I think this is the room we discussed being the computer museum room.
Yep.
And it looks like they left these ugly cubicles in here. We're definitely going to get rid of those because yeah, we need to build like some some kind of desk that goes kind of almost encapsulates.
Yeah.
This entire room so that we can put like I want to put like Commodores and Ataris, Amigas and Apples and stuff up on displays in here that are actually functioning where people can come in and use them.
Yeah, I think maybe some up above, some stuff that's not working or just not turned on that could be on display, and then maybe even it's like an area for congregating, like for people can come in and put their own stuff on to show when we do a meetup or something. I think
Looks like they left us some old analog cameras up there, and we're gonna take those down and put that.
So this room is actually pretty big. I mean, just it all comes down to lenses and how things are shown on camera. Sometimes people have a hard time judging size. But just to put this room into perspective, this entire room is bigger than my entire building that I built in my backyard, which has 3 different rooms in it, including my studio, a workshop, and that little shed area. This one room is actually just slightly bigger than that whole building. It's actually should be quite a bit of room in here to put puts you know, they build a little museum. So
Yeah,
I think,
you know, and I have to tell you, as big as it is, it actually crosses my mind to knock that wall out and make it even bigger so that we can have a larger museum. So.
Yeah.
So it also looks like they left us some good network jacks, so maybe we won't have to recable the entire building.
No, yeah, we got like at least 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 or 8 network jacks in here.
Yep.
We'll have to figure out where the other ends go to, but
Yep.
all right. Well, I think this. Yeah, strange place to put a breaker box.
Yeah, right in the middle of the front room.
And the sad part is we're going to have to add numerous things to this breaker box. Unfortunately, the things they're going to be connecting to are like on the complete opposite end of the building. So this is going to be a pain. We'll probably have to put a sub panel in, I think.
You're right. All right, well, this is sort of just a big empty room. It's kind of like right in the middle of the building. And I think I like that for the studio room because there is a train track, you know, just a little ways down the street. As well as the shop and some of that, those are kind of isolated, and I think maybe we could actually set up maybe a couple of sets in here. So I think this would be a perfect room for studio workspace.
You get some network jacks in here too.
Mm-hmm. So we're definitely going to need better lighting in here. So we'll probably kind of put some kind of lighting system on the ceiling. And I wonder actually if we can raise the ceiling because I noticed the one next door was actually a couple of feet higher. So that would be nice too.
All righty. They left us a fridge and a microwave, and we got a dishwasher too.
Yeah, and unfortunately the dishwasher doesn't work. I know that. I saw that in the report. So we'll have to replace that. But yeah, this will be a good little place to eat lunch. And
well, when we have meetups over here and stuff, we can put the pizza and whatnot in here. We'll need to get a table or something, and yeah, we can store some basic stuff in here. Yeah.
This will work great. So this is gonna have to go. Gotta have something that's internet accessible.
Yeah. Alrighty, got a few rooms down here. Oh boy.
A bathroom.
No building would be complete without a can. Not much in here. Just a big old empty room. And what do we got here?
So this is sort of the back room of the building. This seems like perfect for like where to set up like the soldering station and like the oscilloscope, the electronics, maybe a little bit of storage for computer parts and repair parts and things like that. I think this would be perfect for that. There's a big HDMI cable and some holes in the wall.
Yeah, I think, wasn't this running like a security camera, a TV or something they had up here, the previous tenants?
Security cameras.
Yeah, that'll have to go. Yeah, there's another old security camera up there in the corner, old analog camera. It's gonna have to go.
What building wouldn't be complete without a network closet? And this one's huge.
Yeah, this is actually big enough to be like an office almost. This is weird. So they just left a patch panel that's like hanging here on one bolt.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to fix this. I think we'll probably put like a rack right here, and I think we'll replace that plywood with which is a full wall of plywood, and then some ladder, and we'll do this up nice.
This is the other end of that HDMI cable. Yeah, that's all the cameras, I guess. All those analog cameras. Ugh, I don't miss analog security cameras. Yeah, those got to go.
Yeah. It looks like AT&T had internet here at one time.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Let's, I guess, go look at the shop.
So, unfortunately, this is just the hallway, but it looks like they've taken all of our fire extinguishers. So, looks like we're going to have to get new fire extinguishers. All right. And this is the shop. Fantastic. So, I can tell you one thing that's going to change in here. Lights.
Yeah.
We need a lot more light than this.
Only 2 lights up there.
Yeah.
How many square footage is this section?
So I think the building is 2,600 square feet. So I think this is about a third of that. So 800-900 probably.
800 square feet. Yeah, this is where you're going to set up all your saws and drills and...
Yeah, this is sort of the Geek Pub right here. I mean, this is going to be where we'll have probably I'll do some cabinetry, and I'll probably put a wall up right here that's made out of plywood, so we can put some cabinets up. and then all of the tools, table saw, bandsaw, all of that, and then maybe a full-size CNC. I'm actually thinking about selling some arcade kits in the future, and if I do, I'll have a full-size CNC in here that can cut those out, and so that'll be neat. Plenty of space for that. Yeah, this is going to work out really well for us. One thing, we talked about it earlier when we were in the front room, but there's no real electricity out here. There's some basic plugs on the wall, but that's not going to work for power tools. And the more we talked about how much power we're going to have to add, the more we felt like Egon.
The wiring is substandard. It's completely inadequate for our power needs.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll add that to the list.
Some kind of old pulley system up there that someone left over. I don't know what that went to.
Sure
That's gonna have to go.
Add it to the list.
Yeah.
After the walkthrough, we took a shopping trip to Alltex Electronics and bought some fun toys for the next video. We also discovered they left us a 15-year-old 480-pound copier. Stick around to the end of this video if you want to watch its demise. Okay, well that about wraps it up for this video. So in the next building update, we will be getting the building ready for a certificate of occupancy and doing a little bit of repair work here and there. But most importantly, we will be working on getting the network set up. So that's all the servers in place, the Ubiquity Unify system, PF Sense on the firewall, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So come back for that.